he was telling that you should remember two personalities. One is, because that is, they consider him as a Vishnu. So they say that you should remember Lakshmi and you should remember the Guru, that is Madhvacharya. And that's how the darshan of the Udupi Krishna becomes complete. तो जैसे भगवान का दर्शन कंप्लीट तभी होता है जब उनके जो भक्त है और उनकी अर्धांगिनी है, उनका जब स्मरण होता है तभी उनका दर्शन कंप्लीट होता है. तो आज हम मना रहे हैं सीता नवमी. हम देखते हैं कि भगवान कृष्ण आए थे अष्टमी को, जन्माष्टमी. राधा रानी भी आती है अष्टमी को, राधाष्टमी. तो यहाँ पे राम नवमी होता है, तो सीता भी नवमी के ही दिन आती है. सीता नवमी आज है. तो सीता आती है ये दुनिया में क्योंकि she is always connected and she is the close associate and internal energy of Lord Ram. तो आज के दिन सुबह बहुत सारे devotees आए थे मंदिर में. It was a very nice function. Now the very nice Abhishek going on in the temple. I also missed it because I had some service. So we celebrate this to understand that we have this great connection with Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, because we know that our life has goal different than of this world. So this kind of things, this kind of festivals are there to remind us about our original mother, father, our original family, original home. So what we stay here, that is for few years. What we deal here, that is for few years. But then when we are connected to our eternal family, eternal mother, father, that is Ram, Sita, Krishna, Radharani, then all other relationships also becomes very meaningful. So when we are connected to Krishna, in this world, mother, father, brother, sister relationship also becomes very meaningful, because we know that all these relationships are there in this world so that we can establish our relationship with Supreme. So we understand that there are two types of relationships. One, horizontal relationships. Another is vertical relationship. Horizontal relationship means the relationships which we have in this world, they comes under the category of horizontal relationships. But then every horizontal relationship is meant for establishing our vertical relationship with the Supreme Lord. So Bhagavatam describes that the father is very keen to guide his son, daughter, so that they can take up spirituality, and then they lead their life in such a way that ultimately they perfect their life by surrendering to Krishna. So in that sense, we see that all our profession, all our relationships, all our activities are guided in such a way that we develop Krishna consciousness. So this is the sublime philosophy taught to us by Prabhupada, that whatever we do in our life. So now this festival is there, and such a because whenever I meet people and those who have come to temple, attended some festival, they're very impressed. So that's the purpose of the whole festival, that that impression is done in our heart that we are eternal, not temporary, and we are eternally related to Krishna. So today specifically we are celebrating this Sita Navami, and this celebration will be more pleasing to Lord Ram than when he celebrated his own birthday, Ram Navami, because he loves Sita more than himself. So that's the reason how we celebrate this auspicious functions in our life. We see that uh, when we are seeing the Ramayana, which becomes one of the biggest uh, inspirational literature in the whole world practically. For so many millions of years, it has stood inspiring the whole human society. And not only just for so many years, it had so many detailed guidance for all aspects of life, whether it is health, whether it is relationships, whether it is friendship, whether it is strategic in warfare, everything is there. So when we make this literatures as our life book, then we learn many things and we can be happy in current life, whatever. So today we are thinking of discussing few of the pastimes of Sita Mata, because these are the days when we are remembering, praying, and glorifying these personalities. Because on these days they are more accessible. Other time also they are accessible, but then especially on their appearance, they are more accessible. For example, if our friend is there, he is always nice, but when his birthday is there, he is especially nice because he's happy. So similarly, Mother Sita becomes more accessible on this day of her appearance. So one thing we learn, and that is when Mother Sita was there in Nasik. So in the Nasik, they stayed many years because that was the Dandakaranya. And after Chitrakoot, they all the three of them they came to Dandakaranya to be there in their 14 years of exile. So when they were there in Dandakaranya, in Ramayana it is very elaborately discussed that how they lived. One thing we learn is, although they were the prince and then princess, and but then they did not mind very simple lifestyle. Now they were sleeping on the floor, just eating simple fruits and just living life without any luxury. So one thing we learn from this is that to be happy in this world, you don't need luxuries. And many times people have a tough time to understand this simple fact. People feel that the more luxuries, more happiness. But actually it is not like that. Sometimes we have seen that the result of the luxuries is opposite. More the luxuries are there, more people become caught up. They're so much, their mind is with luxuries, they just forget about even being happy in their life. So we see that Ram, Sita, Lakshman, when they were there in Dandakaranya, they were really, their lifestyle was very simple. So even when Lord Ram comes as an incarnation, it's showing by his example that life has to be simple. And then another thing which they used to do in that simple setting, go to different rishis ashramas every day. That was their one of the most important part of their daily activity. Sometimes they will go to Anusuya and Atri Muni's ashram and then be there, discuss, hear, ask questions, and then they will go to some other rishis ashram. So that also we understand that uh, one can be as great as Lord Ram, as wonderful as Mother Sita, but by their example they are showing that our life is incomplete without the guidance of saintly personalities. So they used to go and hear, learn many things. And then at one point of time, the one of the Rishi, he thought that now Ram has come here and he knew why Lord Ram has descended to this world. So then, just to kind of enhance the pastime of the Lord, one day he takes Lord Ram to backside of his ashram. And when Lord Ram goes there, he finds there a huge mountain, white mountain. So Ram says, I have seen many mountains, but mountains I never saw. So when they came close, they could see that that was not just a white mountain, that was a mountain of bones. So Ram was very surprised to see the mountain of bones. It was just bones put in one bundles like that. So Ram asked, what is this? So Rishi, with very tearful eyes, he was telling that, my dear Lord Ram, these are the bones left by the bones of the sages and saints and the rishis and munis who were tortured and killed by the demons who are in this area. And that was like a big shock for Lord Ram. So, and then they started telling about how this demon, they come and they torture, they 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 stop our sacrifices, they pollute our sacrifices, they attack, they kill. So when Ram heard that, there he took a vow. He said that I take a vow here to wipe out all these Rakshasas. So hearing that, all the sages were very satisfied. So then the Agastya Muni's ashram, when they went, Agastya Muni told them that, my dear Lord Ram, the best place for you to have your uh, this remaining period of your vanvas, and that is Dandakaranti. So on his uh, request, they all came to Nasik. So there was a proper plan of all these rishis to send him to Nasik, because Nasik comes under the regime of Ravana. That whole Nasik area, Dandakaran area, was the outpost of Ravana. And the rishis, they knew that if Ram is there, somehow or other there will be a clash between Ravana and Ram, and then Ram can kill Ravana and many other demons. So that was the whole plan. And when Lord Ram came, we know that how they were. The Shurpanakha came, and then Shurpanakha's nose was cut, and her nose, where it fell, that became famous as Nasik. So where the Nasika of Shurpanakha was cut, that place became Nasik. And then many other thing we know that when she was treated like that, she became very angry. And just to take revenge, she went and told her two brothers, Khara and Dushan. She said that, what kind of brothers are you? That your sister is disfigured like this? Kya kar rahe aap? So they also became very kind of fired up. और वो आए थे नासिक में पंचवटी के जगह पे अटैक करने के लिए राम पे. And then we see that uh, Ram single-handedly finished 14,000 very armed, well-equipped Rakshasas. So that was still okay. And then we see that the real turning point in Ramayana comes twice. Once when Ram was about to become king, and then there is a very abrupt U-turn to the whole story. That Kaikai asked the boon that Ram should go to the forest, Bharat should become the king. So that is one very great twist in the whole story in Ramayana. Second twist happens when Sita is kidnapped. Otherwise, things were going nicely. So the demigods were little worried when things were going nicely. They thought that if things go nicely and this period of 14 years of exile, वनवास अगर खत्म हो गया तो हमारा चांस गया. फिर राम का और रावण का कभी आमना सामना नहीं होगा. So they were praying that रावण और राम का कहीं तो आमना सामना हो. And that's what exactly happened. Ravan came and then he kidnapped mother Sita. तो एक चीज हम समझते हैं कि भगवान की जो शक्ति है, भगवान की अर्धांगिनी है, भगवान की भगवान के साथ हमेशा रहती है. ऐसे सीता को जो आध्यात्मिक है, शुद्ध है, रावण जैसा पापी टच भी नहीं कर सकता है. What to speak of kidnapping. तो हम देखते हैं कि आध्यात्मिक भगवान को देखने के लिए भी क्वालिफिकेशन लगता है. ऐसा कोई भी नहीं देख सकता. What to speak of doing any harm. तो हमारे शास्त्र बताते हैं कि जब रावण आया तो असली सीता को हाथ भी नहीं लगा सका वो. That is impossible, not possible. तो जब लक्ष्मण ने लक्ष्मण रेखा किया था, अग्नि का रेखा बनाया था. So Agnidev, when he saw that Lord Ram is not there, लक्ष्मण भी नहीं है वहां पे, सीता अकेली है, तो Sita was put in custody of Agni, and Agni created another Sita which went other side of that Agni Rekha, which was abducted, kidnapped by Ravana. So the original Sita remained in Agni only, and that's how this original Sita again came out from the Agni at the end of Ram and Ravan war. That at the end, when Ram tells Sita that prove your chastity, and then Sita enters in Agni, that's where the original Sita comes and the another Sita enters there. So one good thing we learn from this is that Sita was very much attracted to the deer, and that became the whole point of misfortune which came up ahead. So in our life also we see that if we are attracted to things which are not proper, which are not according to the Krishna consciousness, then we have to pay for it. We have to suffer for it. So here we see that Sita was attracted to one small deer. It has no, in one sense, kind of connection to her life in service of Lord Ram. But then she felt that if I have this deer, it will be so nice, like that. So deer is very nice, but if that deer takes us in the dangerous zone, then one has to be careful. So here the deer was nice, but then that nice deer made life of Sita in danger, like that. So that's where the we learn this good thing is that whatever glitter is not gold, whatever is attractive is not always valuable. Sometimes it becomes dangerous. So we see that in this world many things are there which are very attractive but very harmful also. Yesterday in our lecture with the students, we were discussing that generally in this world, the we see that advertisements are done of those things which are generally not needed. आप में से कितने लोगों ने आलू का एडवर्टाइजमेंट सुना है? आलू, पोटैटो, आलू का एडवर्टाइजमेंट नहीं होता है. आपने कितने लोगों ने चपाती का एडवर्टाइजमेंट सुना है कि चपाती खाना चाहिए? चपाती का एडवर्टाइजमेंट नहीं होता है. राइस का एडवर्टाइजमेंट नहीं होता है. You will see that advertisement is of chocolate, advertisement is of pizza, advertisement is of many such things which are generally, naturally, they are not done. So we see that something which are natural, they are needed. They don't need any advertisement. They don't need any promotion because that is need. So the outside world, as we see that things are promoted, those who are not as such needed, but then they become very attractive. Yesterday we were discussing that for a child, chocolate is more attractive than chapati, and but then he doesn't know that chocolate can ruin all his teeth. So chocolate is very attractive, very tasty. Experience is very nice. Only thing is the reaction is not nice. The effect is not nice. So in our life also, we see that many times whatever is looks attractive, not necessarily always it is better. So here, specifically in case of this deer, which actually distracted Sita from being with Ram. So just to get that deer, Sita was so bent upon having that deer that she told Lord Ram only that you go and get it for me. So our life also it happens sometimes that when we want something, we put Lord only in service. That my dear Lord, you do this, and by doing so, Lord Ram went away from Sita to fetch that deer. So that is the great calamity. That is the great misfortune that in this world the life becomes perfect when we are in connection with Lord Ram. When we are disconnected, then it starts the whole problem. We see that when everything is connected, all the lights are there proper, all the activities are there proper. But the same electricity is disconnected, then everything becomes stand still. Everything stops. So our connection to Krishna has to be established day to day, minute to minute, and that's where the when we are coming to satsang like this, that connection is reinforced. When we are chanting Hare Krishna every day, that connection is reinforced. When we read Bhagavad Gita, that connection is reinforced. So the whole process of spiritual life is to reconnect ourselves. Now we are disconnected. Sometimes we are loosely connected. आपने देखा होगा कभी कभी डिस्कनेक्टेड भी ठीक रहता है, वो एटलीस्ट समझ आता है कि ये डिस्कनेक्टेड है, वायरमैन को बुला के हम वो दुरुस्त करते हैं जनरली. लेकिन हमने देखा होगा कि जो डिस्कनेक्टेड बटन रहता है वो ऐसे दबाया तो फैन चालू हो जाता है, जैसे वो छोड़ देते हैं बटन वो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बंद हो जाता है. तो कभी कभी वो चलता है, कभी कभी नहीं चलता है. So our spiritual life also sometimes goes through this different stages. Either it is very nicely connected through the spiritual practices. Sometimes it is loosely connected. Loosely connected means sometimes it is connected, sometimes not. But then, if you want some real advancement in spiritual life, then it has to be strongly connected. Strongly connected means the spiritual activities become our daily routine. It becomes a part of our life. So on this day of Sita Navami, we request and pray to Sita Mata that our connection with Lord Ram becomes more strong, more permanent than what it is now. So spiritual life is always growing. It is always it has to become better. That's why they say that the water which runs remains pure. When the running water stops, then it starts smelling. So similarly, our bhakti also, when it is flowing, growing, then we are happy, very nice. But when our advancement stops, our life also stops. There is no more learning, there is no more getting things better. Then generally, that is the time when our life starts getting bored. Then not much happiness is there in such life, which is like stuck, stunted. So today, on this very auspicious day of Sita Navami, we pray to Srimati Sita Devi that the way she served Lord Ram in so many difficulties. First difficulty was she voluntarily took the exile, Vanvas, along with Lord Ram. Although she was not, it was not for her. Ram was supposed to go to Vanvas, not she. But then she, as a chaste wife, took that on her head. Second, when she was kidnapped by Ravana, she was having a presence of mind, even in that situation. When the Ravana was taking Sita away by the flight, time to time Sita used to drop her ornaments down on the ground. So when she saw some of the monkeys on one of the mountain in Kishkinda, there also she dropped some of the valuables, which later on were collected by Sugriva and given to Lord Ram. Just to give an idea in which direction Sita has gone. So we see that Sita, being a Kshatriya lady, she knew how to deal even in such situations, keeping the uh, cool. And we see that when she went to Lanka, that was the hardest time in her life she had to go through. Sometimes she was so, it was so depressing, the whole situation, because there was nobody around her to encourage. She was alone, and everybody was trying just different ways and means so that she can accept the proposal of Ravana to marry. So we can imagine sometimes we are alone, we feel so difficult. But here Sita was alone in the whole country of Rakshasas, that also in one of the island, which was little difficult to approach. But then, because she had faith in Lord Ram, she knew that Lord Ram will come. And second, when third, Hanumanji, when he came there, Hanumanji told that, my dear Sita, I have come here, the way I have jumped from here, I can jump from here back also. So I request you that you just sit on my shoulder and then let's jump back. Within just few minutes, we will be back to Lord Ram. But then here the heart of Sita is revealed that she abstained from taking that flight. It was very easy for her, but she said that if I do that, the Lord Ram's glory will not be propagated. It will appear that Lord Ram did not do the necessary thing. So she said that I know that you are capable, I know, but then let Lord Ram only come and he get the glory that he rescued. So just to glorify Lord Ram, she was ready to go through some extended suffering by being there in the Lanka. So we see that her life was like that always. Her life was such that how she can give happiness to Lord Ram. Even after that, she knew that there was no fault on Sita's side. Ram also knew that, but just because to prove the chastity of Sita and to the whole world, there was that fire created. So practically, when Sita was rescued and then Sita came to meet Lord Ram, Ram was so stern. Ram said to Sita that now I have done my job, I rescued you, now you are a free woman, and then now you can decide what to do, where to go. So that was a big shock for Sita. Lord Ram was speaking as if a third person, telling that, okay, now you choose where to go. So, understanding the whole situation, she told Lakshmana to start fire to enter into. And you can imagine all the Vanaras, Hanuman, Lakshman, everybody was shocked to the core that what is happening. But then Sita was ready to go through that torturous situation if that was needed to be done to help Lord Ram rule this whole world in a righteous way. So at this place, many people they have uh, they differ. They say that this is not good. This is too much. It is not that uh, you have to just suffer like Sita. why Lord Ram has to do all these things. This is too cruel. What is the mistake of Sita? But then this can be understood by the how they were in that service oriented mood. They were thinking that what is the good for the whole world, not just to me. So when the Sita was thinking that what is best for Lord Ram and what is best for the whole world. It's very difficult to think in these terms. The last biggest shock came in the life of Sita, that when she was uh, pregnant, just to uh, pacify the opposition in the society. Being the king, as they say that king has to be always above any doubts if he has to rule the world in dharmic way. So Ram made Lakshman to keep Sita back in the ashram of this Valmiki Muni. That was another big shock. So we can see that when this thing happened, Sita never complained. She knew that what is the heart of Lord Ram, and she just wanted to serve in that way. And when Lord Ram afterwards again, when there was a time for accepting Sita, the Lord was ready to accept by giving this kind of situation. Then Sita, understanding the whole situation, understanding that if I go back again to Lord Ram, people will be not very happy. She requested her mother Earth to take inside. And that's how she disappeared in the earth, making sure that the blame doesn't go to Lord Ram. So her selfless service and love to Lord Ram is what we are looking for. That makes our life perfect. So today we pray to Mother Sita that the dedication and love sacrifice she has for Lord Ram, we also get it. Some drop. We can never reach to that level. So today it's very nice day, big function in temple. You also all can come if it is possible for you easily. Take darshan and come here, attend some kirtan, take prasad. So that will be great investment in our spiritual life today. So we end here for today's. Shri Sitanami ki jai. Shri Sitaram Rakshan Hanuman ki jai. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we'll end here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
so much. Even if you are traveling, you are taking time for us and giving such a wonderful class on Sita Navami. I'm sure this or the group of devotee would already be aware of Sita Navami. There is an event, but when I had first time joined the ISKCON, I was not knowing only there is a one event which is called Sita Navami. So and I was surprised to hear that there is a one event which is specific devoted to Sita Mata. So and that's where I really liked the way ISKCON celebrates so many events. So absolutely wonderful class, Proji. And just one more thing, we have a couple of events as well coming in the next week. We have Ekadashi on Monday and Narsing Chaturdasi on 4th May. So if possible, please visit the temple. And anyways, we will be having class tomorrow in the temple as well. So please take the opportunity as much as possible to join these events. So thank you so much. We should loudly chant 3 times Hari Bol for Prabhuji. This is a Vaishnav way of thanking. Hari Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Lalit
Hari
Prabhuji,
Bol.
Hare Krishna.
yesterday, tomorrow, what will be the timing for the class?
Mataji, it's 9:30. I'll send you the message.
And it will be on
Yeah,
Zoom.
9:30 we start Kirtan. 10 o'clock we'll start the class.
Yeah.
And
Then
is it on Zoom also?
Yes,
Yes, yes, Zoom
We'll be
also.
keeping live. Yeah. Yes,
Okay, Hare
yes,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. And Lalit Prabhu was saying, right, that we were not knowing that such type of things also existed before coming to ISKCON.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.